Good evening, dear friends. My name is Victoria Moro and this is Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find a lot of news about indie artists and music. Hello, dear friends. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. And now, together with me is very interesting artist. Hello.
Hello, Victoria. Good evening.
How are you doing?
Very good, very good. I just did a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu session, so I am feeling perfectly.
Oh, fantastic. Are you ready for the interview?
Sure, I'm very happy to be here, receiving you here.
Great, and then we can start. First question, your name?
I am Leonardo Barilaro, in art Leonardo the Space Pianist, because I am a pianist and an aerospace engineer.
Wow, nice to meet you actually. Where are you from?
I'm from Italy. I grew up very close to Venice, in the north. And currently it's nearly 7 years that I'm living in Malta.
Malta, okay. Your music style?
My music style, I can define it as space music, where I merge my classical background, so there are, let's say, neoclassical elements, with the acoustic piano plus the electronic side that you can see a bit in the back. I have my core Kronos with electronic sounds that connect with a more spacey, let's say, dimensions and nuances. So it's a hybrid of different influences. And 99% of my music is instrumental.
Wow, it's very interesting. Actually, when you can combine electric sound and actually like real piano sound is really particular. Okay, and next question. The last song you listened to?
I was listening in the car coming back home to Lamb of God Redneck. So modern thrash metal.
Wow, classic music and thrash metal. Wow.
No, this morning actually I was listening to Bach, but I have a lot of variations in what I'm listening to. I really explore a lot. I really love it.
Okay, your favorite movie and TV series?
So TV series, there are different. The last one I fell in love and I watched the last season published was Peaky Blinders. And as movie, it's a difficult question. There are a lot. Just to stay a bit in the science fiction, futuristic, I say Transformers because it's a really pop culture, so I don't want to go too much philosophical, but I say Transformers, so giant robots, explosions and so on.
Okay, the best book you read?
Also, this is a super difficult question. Let's say the series of books to which I'm more linked with are the books of Isaac Asimov, because when I discovered these books was around 9 years old. So all the science fiction, the projection of a human future is what also is part of what inspired me to do what I'm doing today. So it was thanks to his books, above all the Foundation Cycle, that I got inspired and I decided that I would become an aerospace engineer and a pianist, and that my target is to play my music in space.
Okay, now we are full of quite some kind of difficult question, but now will be very easy, actually, because you're from Italy, originally. And it's favorite question of all Italians all over the world. Your favorite dish, your favorite food.
In reality, there are a lot of favorite foods, but let's play it simple with real Napoli pizza. It's an easy win.
Real Napoli pizza? Wow. Nice,
yes,
nice.
Because I mean there are the attempts to try to do not a good pizza. Now, I don't want to open a huge pop culture team, but let's say the pizza that I love in particular is the one from Napoli. I was a part of my family living there, so there is also that emotional connection.
But for example, pizza in Malta, it's nice or it's so and so?
Malta has on this side has the advantage of being pretty close to Italy, because this group of islands is more or less 90 kilometers south of Sicily. So there is a lot of good food also here, also thanks to the influence of Italy, which is very close.
Yes, for this I know why you moved directly in Malta, not somewhere in the Norway or Sweden, just Malta.
Because I love warm weather. Now at was around 5 were still 26 degrees, which is not bad. And I went swimming on Sunday without the wetsuit, but in parallel I also love Malta because I'm passionate about freediving, so I literally just go out from where I live and I can go into the sea and do freediving. So for me it's a big plus.
And do you prefer dogs, cats or other animals?
I would say dinosaurs, but unfortunately, apparently they are all extinct since a while. So I like animals, so it's difficult to reply, but having the possibility of choosing a dinosaur, I would choose a dinosaur.
Thank you. Very nice answer, actually. And which artists influenced you most of all?
So, regarding classical music, there are the so-called 3B, so Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, which is not just a cliche of classical music, but is what really inspired me a lot. Not only them, but also more modern composers like Stravinsky, Ligeti. On the more rock, metal, pop culture music, I owe a lot to Jordan Rudess, which is the keyboardist of Dream Theater. That was also my mentor years ago. And he influenced me a lot in developing techniques for that I use on the keyboards, on the synth, in exploring music in a certain way. Plus there could be many other names to mention, but these are the most important that now come up to my mind.
Explain your music in a sentence or even better in a word.
In a I choose two words, 3 words. Melancholic, dreamy, and spacey. I mean, spacey as a space, outer space, the expanse.
Okay, good answer actually. Okay, have you played any notable gigs, festivals or other events?
So the last big events where I took part in was so in September I played in Paris at the International Astronautical Congress, so where I performed the MALETH, which is the space piano composition that was on board the International Space Station last July and August, and it was broadcasted to Earth last 15th of August. I played also other of my compositions. I played in Padova for the 800 years of space at the University of Padova, And talking about important concerts, I premiered MALETH before its launch on the SpaceX mission. I premiered it in Dubai last May, where I was fully the space pianist at the Future Innovation Summit. So I played my music and I also presented the activities that I follow in the aerospace field here in Malta.
Wow, you have fantastic experience. Really, really nice. A lot of gigs, events and everything. Super. Okay, tell to us please about your best quality and your weak spot.
Probably they are there is one that I can reply to both. That I mean I can elaborate. But let's say I'm stubborn, so it is a good quality, but at the same time a weak point. So being stubborn helps me having discipline in working on my dreams. But of course everything needs a balance. So for example, being too much stubborn can lead to burnout, to deal with too much work, and when it's too much, also the overall well-being, the performances are not so at a high level. So the important is a point on which I'm working on is to find the correct balance to manage all of the activities that I follow.
Good, good. In what you believe?
In the human race and becoming a multiplanetary species to have a chance to save itself.
Wow. Wow. Very interesting actually. Okay. And now please tell to us process of your music creation.
Sorry?
Process of your music creation.
Sorry, the process.
How you create your music.
So, it depends. What does it mean? According to what I want to obtain, I have some main, let's say, procedures. One that I love is improvisation, where basically the interval of time to compose is very, very short. So the brain process very, very quickly the informations. Another way, of course, is the more traditional composition, where from an idea I develop a structure, also according to the, let's say, the story I want to tell, and the elements that are in my inspiration corner. But sometimes my inspiration corner is huge, other times I have 1-2 elements and I work around them. Third type is when I try something new, something different, to go out from my comfort zone, and something that for me is experimental. So also when I have, let's say, some nonsense things in terms of sound management, harmony, melodies, I pursue that process for the sake of curiosity, because I'm really curious to see what will come up after a while. Another important thing for me is that composition has never, in reality, an ending point. Is a continuous process. When you create in art and in music, an artist has simply to decide when to stop and say, okay, this is it, let's go on to the next.
Tell to us about your music project and your future plans.
So, there is MALETH that I mentioned earlier on, which for me was is a super important project, because it is my first real step as a space pianist. So I had my music that on a SpaceX rocket went to the International Space Station with a Maltese project that has the same name, MALETH, led by Professor Joseph Borgio of the University of Malta. Inside of the experiment there was my music, and the music was broadcasted to Earth. In parallel, I'm developing a project, Space Piano Music Every Day, where every single day I am publishing a new space music piece on Spotify and all the main music platforms, plus the YouTube video. So it's a huge project, because to publish every day is not easy at all, and is also a way to spread awareness about space topics with people. It will end the 31st December, so tomorrow will be day 299, so on the 27th there will be the 300 days of this project. And for the new year I am working in expanding more the activity as a space pianist and put actual more real space in my projects, both as a musician and aerospace engineer.
Thank you so much for your time, and then you were here with us tonight. Thank you, and it really was very interesting stories about all music and all creation. And actually it's quite particular when you have different type of piano and you combine different sounds together and create something absolutely new. It's really nice and particular.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you. And now, actually, what song are we going to listen to now?
I guess MALETH. So you can share with your followers the composition that was in space, and that was published actually nearly 3 months ago, because tomorrow will be 3 months since when it was made available on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes and so on.
And actually, do you have some kind of website or where people can find your music?
Yes, you can check for The Space Pianist, so at The Space Pianist, on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and I have my website, which is www.nullodiesinenota.com, which means in Latin, not a day without a note, which is my mantra, so to make music every day. And there are a lot of info and material about my activity as a musician and aerospace engineer.
Thank you so much, and now I hope everyone can enjoy a beautiful music.
Thank you.